everybody. Welcome to If These Walls Could Talk. We're not really sure that you are hearing us right now.
I'm
so
hoping you
we are hoping that you are, but we're going to run a little test because Alan Kaplan.
Yes, we are.
Okay, you are good. That really makes us very happy because
we couldn't hear the opening segment.
We didn't hear the opening segment at all, and Tim and I thought there were technical difficulties.
Well, either that or we're just both so exhausted from Pride Month.
Oh my God, Pride Month. Can we talk?
I swear, I don't even remember all of the events.
No, but
I
because
either hosted or performed at, or
they all became one event. And then of course, like the Piece de Resistance, doing NYC Pride. Thank you, Alan Reed, for having myself and Tim and Ike Avelli be announcers.
That was so wonderful.
It was so wonderful, but I've never done that before.
Me neither.
People have said, "Don't give Wendy the mic; you'll never get it back." Well, I had it for 4 hours, along with Ike and Tim, and the hotter it got, the more tired we got, and the faster the groups were coming. We just
piling in. Yes,
we were delirious. And we had like a little sheet that said who was what, but nobody could see it.
Yeah, it was printed like that big.
We were reading banners, and I had to objectify.
Half the time I would just ask somebody in the group, "What group
who
is
are
this?"
you?
And then
who are you? But my God,
but it was a day to remember. I will never forget that. It was an absolutely wonderful experience.
It was, you know what? It was completely inspirational too, because the amount of young people who have taken over, who are part of this, who are working for a lot of, yes, I'm going to use the C word, corporations that did march there. Oh my God, I said corporation. You know what? These corporations, whether you love them or hate them, are employing these people, and these people are part of the community, and they will vote, and they will tell their friends to vote.
Well, I think they're also kind of getting a good balance on that.
I agree,
because it did start out, where it
too many floats,
where they had too many corporations, and the LGBT community and organizations couldn't afford to be in the parade,
right? Which is terrible.
But now they're kind of finding the balance of that, which I like, and
I'm hoping moving forward, right, that it'll be good for everybody.
Absolutely.
Now the drag march, which was Friday night, that goes from Tompkins Square Park to Stonewall, was above and beyond. Again, that same feeling of people really coming together, and the LGBTQ community having the realization that, hey, we have power if we stick together.
Absolutely,
including
all the community,
right? Including all the allies, and we march. The costumes were amazing. Go to the drag march too next year. It's the Friday before the regular march on Sunday.
Well,
was amazing.
Thursday before the march, I had went to Gracie Mansion. Yes. The mayor always has a pride reception there for like a lot of the community leaders and the politicians and stuff. And it was so great to get to see these people that I only get to see once a year like this, around Pride, like the borough presidents and a lot of the people on city council and people who work for the governor and it was such a great, and we're all just hang out and get to catch up. And it was, people I've known for years. So it was really nice.
Do you get to go in the mansion?
No, it's outside. It's an outdoor event.
I would like a tour of Gracie Mansion if anyone is listening. Saturday,
but they had a lot of good speakers, and the mayor came out and spoke for a little while. But then on Saturday, I went to Harlem Pride. I was in Harlem. Harlem Pride was wonderful,
fabulous. I'm sure.
Yeah,
right.
The performances were off the hook, and I met the governor. The governor was there.
Kathy Hochul. I never say her name correctly.
And Jemani Williams, I think.
Close enough.
Yeah, is he's second in command. Basically, he's what Tish James used to be. I can't think of what it's called. Public advocate.
We're not allowed to bang the table.
Oh, that's right. He's the public advocate.
Public advocate.
Right. Which, if something should happen to the mayor, then the public advocate takes over.
Oh my gosh! I never realized that.
He's second in command, and and also Alvin Bragg was there.
Oh yeah,
the district attorney.
He's gotten a lot of flack, I gotta tell you.
Yeah,
you know, but he was there.
Alvin Bragg was there,
Right.
so which was nice to meet him. And it was just everybody comes out for Pride now, because it used to be when Pride first started, it was just simply a march for visibility.
Right.
We are here, we're queer, get used to
now
it. Was
it's
the
one
chant.
big,
and now it's become this whole corporate event where everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon now and try to get our money and
but or even though
stuff, which is a good thing.
Yeah, or even non-corporate. I mean, Harlem Pride was not in particularly corporate in the way.
No.
So it's celebrating Pride.
Right.
And here on Saturday night at PANGEA, Maria Connor did her show Girl Shock with Jackson Sturkey. I wrote a review, which will be out on the internet, which you'll see. It was absolutely brilliant. I love Maria Connor since I met her at Nouveau Riche, Kobe Cole's monthly showcase. And she is a brilliant musician, singer, writer, performer, and she got some wild and crazy energy is all I can tell you.
Which we love.
So we are rounding out our whole Pride Month here at PANGEA for our show. And sometimes they say you save the best for last. Well, all of our guests have been great, but this guest in particular, you know, when you're talking about wild energy, talent, incredible performance, an ability to write, an ability to compose, just a total and complete Renaissance person for now, who has wonderful stuff out on Spotify and is constantly creating music.
And you can see everywhere around town.
Right. And you can say,
gets
around.
He gets around.
Right. He gets around. So he's here today. They are here today. And I would like you to welcome the one and only Jayse Vegas. Yay. Slide on in, honey. How are you? How are you? Hug. All right, and I need to
half a cheek.
Half a cheek over. Oh, there. Oh, look, we're all there. Look at us. We look so.
How are you? I'm good. Hello. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month
to you.
It's very cool. First of all, we are thrilled to have you. You're probably one of the, if not the busiest performer. Girl, you are everything, everywhere, all at once.
I mean, I could be busier, so if anybody wants to add on.
That's what I always say, right? If anybody's listening, all bookings can be sent to Jayse on Instagram.
I've been very blessed with a lot of gigs, but also I've been working very hard.
You work,
yes,
you work very, very hard. Yeah, well, but yes, many years, but no, I mean, you are super young and you got it going on so early on in the game.
Thank you.
And I gotta say,
and you kind of carved out your
your niche.
Yeah.
Tim is so right about that. But I look at someone like you because there's a lot of people in our scene. Some come in somewhat connected. Some come in with Uber bucks. And then there's regular people. Okay. I'm Jenny from the block. And then so is Tim. Right.
Regular.
I'm Tim from under the block.
Right. I love that. But you've done this completely on your own, and I want to give you kudos for that because it is not an easy business.
No.
So, what makes you tick? What makes you tick?
Tell us about Jayse.
Not working. What makes me tick? Homophobia. I think that's like my biggest obstacle in the industry.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets me, but I don't let it like really set me off. But it is one of those things where it's like, ugh. And it's everywhere. It's not just in like the heterosexual side of the industry. It's literally everywhere.
Well, it's definitely in the LGBTQ side of the industry too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people that are power players in that part of the industry, I hate saying this, but are homophobic to their brothers and sisters. I know I will never understand that, especially with what we've got going on in the rest of the country now. If we don't all come together, you are so comfortable in your own skin. And that is the thing that comes across on stage. It's also your timing, your energy, and visually you're fabulous to watch. Okay. That sets you apart. There's, as we all know, a lot of talented people, but you have something different going on. And for me, when I watch you, that is something that is so ingrained and comes from so deep within. Have you always been this person, or did you evolve into it?
I I completely agree. It is something that comes from within because I feel it.
You can feel
start there.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I get on stage, that's where it's kind of from the ground up, but it's also in the core. It's kind
in
of
the
like
core.
my energy is. It's always been there. It's I guess when I was younger, I found a gateway in music, a little escape. My safe haven was music and singing and dancing.
How old were you when you discovered that?
I was like a baby.
You're a baby.
Yeah. According to my mom, I've loved music forever, but I've loved music. I would rather sit down with headphones and listen to all types of music than watch TV or movies or stuff like that.
And it's interesting that it's all types of music.
All types. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I love my pop. I love my hip hop. I love my R&B. It started with Boyz II Men and Whitney Houston, and
you're just going right down the line.
Of course, Madonna. So.
Right. And did any of this come from your upbringing, your mother, your father?
Or either of one of them musical?
Yeah, both of them. They both are into music.
Oh, so you cheated.
No, not like that.
But it's in your genes.
No, not like that. Not like that. I mean, I don't know. They never pursued anything or had the opportunity to pursue anything.
Right. But
because they were both so young. So it was like,
wow.
But I mean, I took it and I ran.
You took, you seem like the type of person that would take it.
Now you are non-binary.
Yes.
Can you please explain the definition of non-binary and your kind of gender bending and?
Okay. So I'm not gonna define the word non-binary for anyone. I'm just gonna.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's personal.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
that's
like.
Fine.
I would identify as a non-binary person, but when you get down to it, I don't believe in gender at all. I don't believe in labels, and I think that it's stupid that we fight over it. However, I feel closer to a non-binary spectrum where I am just me. Like I don't think about boy, I don't think about girl, I don't think about man, I don't think about woman until it's projected on me, and then I'm like, all right, if I'm not a man, now I'm gonna have to say I'm a man just to piss you off,
right?
You see, because I don't believe in it. I don't. So,
but you see, but people need boxes. They need to have those boxes. To put people
in. That's an interesting perspective. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, because coming from the generation from our generation, sometimes it can be difficult to understand what with non-binary and gender fluid and all of the different terminology. And I'm in the mix. I mean, I'm in the community, and sometimes I'm like, wait, what does that mean? You know, I still don't understand a lot of them.
There's over 7 billion people on this earth, right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
There's no way there's only 2 genders.
Right.
Yeah, right.
There's no way there's only 2 ways to play the field. There's absolutely no way. And if you're trying to put me in a box, it's because you want to control me over something that you probably don't feel comfortable yourself with.
That's why it's done.
And that's what it is.
Right.
And people, and because words are so dangerous sometimes, people use them against it. Because at the end of the day, we all speak the same language. If you call me him, if you call me she, if you call me her, unless you're being disrespectful, it doesn't really matter, because I know your intent is just to address me as a person.
Right.
And it's just vocabulary. It's just words. But I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's how I feel. Sorry.
I love that.
That's all good.
That was what I was looking for.
It's what you feel. But you know, for some people, I'm part of an LGBTQ in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, the rural areas, and my board, those kids, I call them kids because they're younger than me. The labels of he, she, them, theirs are very important to them. And I've actually dealt with some people. Here's the thing that is difficult for me. Tim and I talk about pronouns all the time. You know what? You're going to fuck up. If someone presents like they look female, but their pronoun is he, you might refer to that person as she, and then they're all over you. I think that there is a way that, you know, we all make mistakes, but I think as a person, you just said it, you know, you got to kind of go with the flow with this.
But I also think it's important that we can't overlook oppression. Yeah. Because people feel so strongly about something when when they feel oppressed around it. And if it's given to them immediately from their surroundings, it's going to mean so much more to them.
Right.
So in places outside of the city, it does mean to, or even in the city, you never know. You don't know what's going on in people's houses, or like how their initial family is supposed to treat them. And then they don't. So the outside world starts to hurt them even more. And I think it's unfair because it's just the way society has set everybody up. I think we all just need to have compassion and just understanding for each other and apologize, say sorry, and then just move on, or like, you know, keep it pushing. But it's also important to know that like intentions mean more than what is being said and done.
You are unbelievably perceptive. Have you always been like that? Because how did this happen?
No, I've had to grow into this. I was very homophobic because homophobia is something that's taught, and coming from where I come from.
Right.
I was very homophobic.
You were homophobic.
If you would have told me 10 years ago I'd be on stage in heels and nails, I'd laugh at you in your face.
Well, and be on stage in heels and the costuming and the whole sensibility. Gorgeous, and it's completely from within. Like there's a lot of people that are a lot of affectation, right?
So but it comes with your evolved state of mind.
Thank you.
How did that happen for you? I mean, how did you reach this
how about we rewind? Where are you from originally? Where did you grow up?
I'm from Queensbridge, Long Island City.
Okay, from the New York area.
Yeah, it's the projects right next to the 59th Street Bridge.
Queensbridge. Okay, I know where you are. Yeah.
And I was there until I was like 18, 19. And then I was kind of in and out of the house for a while. Then I moved out at 19, and I've been on my own.
So was it a, I don't know how to ask, like a homophobic upbringing, or... like you said, the environment has a lot to do with it, what you're taught growing up. And
my upbringing was, if we were gonna talk about the negative sides or think about how it was,
let's talk both.
Yeah, we'll do both. It was just, it wasn't set in the homophobia. I was burdened with other things growing up, like money and stability and like and just young parents and stuff like that.
They had you young.
Absolutely.
So they were different
that's
obstacles.
Tough. That's very difficult. Yeah.
Now, was my father homophobic at first? Yes, he was. But that's
again, that
was later. That was like when I was 15. I had already been enduring pain and things since I could remember. So I like, that is how I found my love for music. Because
it healed every time.
It was somewhere I could go if I didn't want to hear anything, if I didn't want to think about anything. I put those headphones on and just get out of there. And then I think I wrote my first song when I was like 10. So that was
okay. Get out! You can't just throw that out there. You wrote your first song at 10. You had no like music training other than.
It was about wanting to be on the radio.
That's so cool.
And there you go. Okay.
I love that.
That is art predicting life. That is exactly wow. At 10 years old.
Donna Summer saying the same thing
on the radio. Right. So when you were in school, were you supported in who you were? Were you bullied, or were you a star?
I was bullied up until high school.
Oh my goodness.
But not really bullied because my friends were very protective, and we were protective of each other,
which is cool.
Like
but you had also angry groups.
I'm from a really bad neighborhood, so I was always nitty gritty with it too.
Right. I like the nitty gritty with it.
But in high school, when I came to terms with being gay, it wasn't like all right, we're gonna take time to process this. Once I saw the door was a little bit cracked, the whole door came out. I was like, fuck it, I'm gay. I'm gay. Like I had been bullied and harassed.
So you had been bullied and harassed for other things. So why not just add gay to it?
My introduction.
Really, why not?
No, exactly.
No, they were definitely calling me gay for a very long time. I think my introduction to the gay community was being called a fag. So like at an early age, I think I was like 6, and it was because like I had my little limp wrist. You feel me? But when I came out in high school, it was really like, you got to take it or leave it, baby, because we're gonna fight if not.
And there you go. And there you go.
We're gonna fight. But also, like I've learned at an early age that people aren't really happy with themselves, that people are constantly wasting their time trying to be happy with themselves.
You got that.
Right.
Projecting it onto other people. So then that rubs it. Like I became very disassociated with people at a very early age. But that also helped me become just more who I am and more accepting of other people. Because once I don't give a fuck what the next person is doing and then I'm doing what I'm doing, then I don't care anymore.
Right. Right. Yet that has allowed you to be the artist that you are. I don't give a fuck. You know?
And religion. I was gagged with all that.
Yeah. Oh, so your parents were religious or
Catholic?
They were not?
No. Well,
somewhat.
I'm trying to because
when it was convenient.
Those convenient Christians. CC.
No, but I mean, I can understand. There was a basis of it around.
Yes, I was in church a lot, but we would so it was like my godfather's sister. I would spend a lot of time with her, and I was in church a lot. I'm talking about like every Sunday, sometimes Tuesdays. I did like summer camp.
Are you really? Yeah. That's a lot of church.
I know. I was in it to win it with God.
Now, did you enjoy that?
That's great.
It was great. It felt something.
Because I grew up similarly with the church being a very
when you're given something to believe in, it makes life so much easier.
Right?
Yeah. And then you get an eviction notice on your door, and you're like, "Wait, motherfucker! Like I thought I was praising God. Like how you about to throw me out in the streets with my what?" And then it really clicked, and I was like, "Oh, you got me."
Right. Right.
And that's when I parted ways with that. And then I found out that they didn't like gay people. I was like, whoa.
That was another thing.
Like, whoa. How, like first I was giving you so much of me, and then you're gonna throw me out in the streets. And now you don't like me because I'm gay. Like, all right, we just gotta
bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Giving me too many reasons to make my exit.
But saying goodbye to those things and cutting those things out means that you are also saying goodbye to certain people and cutting certain people out.
But you were able to do it.
And there is no hold bar. Like once you learn how to stop fucking with certain people. I'm sorry, I keep cursing.
No, that's okay.
It's okay. It's fine.
That's fine.
I'm from New York.
Yeah, me too. I drop the F-bomb all the time, right? And we're from New York. So
but no, that's you're being very authentic because that we're bringing up things that from that time. So you're fine.
So you really, I would say by the time you were 20, you were well on your way.
I put out my first EP when I was 20.
See, I knew it. So, you realize how many people are still looking for their navel at 20? You were completely your own thing. And that's something. Good, bad, or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what? Maybe that's what has to be. Good, bad, or whatever. You put out your first piece at 20.
Yeah. I'm very proud of myself for that. It's actually about to be 10 years next year. Yeah, so
you still look 20 bitch.
Now.
It's about to be a year anniversary.
But okay, so now backing up to growing up, we talked about some of the bad. Let's talk about the good.
Let's talk about the good. My mom was very supportive of me in like high school time. Once she started to see me growing into who I wanted to be as a performer and as a person, her and I clicked. We were pretty cool for some time. And we're cool now. We're cool. I love
Excellent.
Your mom's got to be like 10 kinds of proud of you now. I mean,
absolutely. That's why I'm like, every time I'm somewhere big, I'm like, come on, come.
Oh, that's so great.
Come see what I can do.
Yeah.
I met my best friend. I'm still best friends with her. We're about to be 20 years. Her name is Lauren. And just music. I didn't go to a performing arts high school, but I went across the street from a performing arts high school. So every day I had to go to school and be like, wow.
What high school did you go to?
I went to, so it's in the Martin Luther King building.
I know the school you went to.
Yeah, it's right across the street from Fiorello.
Yeah, that's a tough school, by the way. I've had friends that have taught there. And I bring that up because, you know,
we have metal detectors.
Yeah.
Before,
the talent that you have just rose above that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of kids, and you know that they get left behind from those schools. They just they don't have the stuff to rise above it.
Never a time where I thought, okay, I want to be there. Well, okay, so when I had to audition for the schools, I couldn't really make some of the auditions, and I just landed in the school that I was in. I guess for like my first year of high school, I was like, I wonder what it would be like. But after I found my friends and I found community within my high school, I had a really great high school experience. I'm not even gonna lie.
Good.
I wouldn't say academically, but everything else, socially, it was pretty cool. But only like my high school was just one floor in this building, so it was very small groups of students, and I guess we all just knew each other. And once I started finding like my escape on stage through the talent shows, we had this thing called the Mr. and Mrs. Art and Technology. So it was like a pageant that they did every year. And like it was dope because we're just all regular kids with like natural talent, just like really grinding. And then we'd go outside and see these like privileged kids out there doing what they do. And it's like, I wonder, like, I'm so grateful for where I was. Like
it was definitely a springboard for you. It's really great that you went there. You know that.
And I think it's, I mean, because I feel like in those schools, everyone's competitive, and I'm not a competitive person. I know, like, don't get me wrong, like, if it's time to compete, we're going to compete. But I'm not out here trying to be the best. I'm just trying to be me.
You're being you.
And trying to be the best means you got people judging you, and you got people critiquing you, and blah blah blah. And I don't feel like people got enough credentials to be telling me how I should.
Oh my God, Tim, do we love that? People that don't have enough credentials. Well, guess what, Jayse? You're in a whole industry of people that don't have enough credentials, and they are mouthing off all the time. Right?
And sometimes I don't have those credentials. That's why I'm not a judgmental person. That's why, and that's why I'm not a competitive person either, because I don't look at the next person and be like, oh, I could do that better than you. I look at them and I'm like, that's your art, baby.
That's kind of our mentality is that there's plenty of room for everybody. We got some comments. We'll get to those.
We definitely we do the comments like towards the end. But we'll read all those comments. It's okay. So am I.
Absolutely can't see.
I have to do this
because I notice you wear glasses all the time.
I see Nick Lyon and Karina and Eris.
So we have a great support team here, of course.
But what our
wonderful people
thinking is that there's plenty of room for talented people.
Right.
You know, it's not a competition.
Right.
It's just all of us together moving forward as a group
and doing your best as you. You should never be thinking, I never do this. I never compare myself to the other people.
No.
But
the one thing you do it to is Madonna. I'd be like, what would Madonna do? I mean,
what
truly,
that's
why a good one to wonder.
That's why I'm in these clubs.
We have a whole bunch of Madonna nights that are going to be coming up too. So, 20 years old, you put out your first recording. How was it received?
It was cute. It was an experimental project. Every song was a different genre, so I was able to just like write. I wanted people to see that I'm a writer.
The range,
because I wasn't out there performing. So before I was out there on stage, before I was doing any of this, I was like trying to figure out how to do it, and the only way to get recognized is through the music. So I was trying to just, show people I could do this, I could perform at a club here. I actually did my release party with DJ Steve Sidewalk.
Oh, you did? We love Steve Sidewalk.
Oh, you know what?
Yes.
Oh, no, not yet. But I was 19.
We're having a Steve Sidewalk story.
No, we are. Because, so they booked me. So the first time I ever went to the club in New York, I was 18.
No, you weren't. You lied.
Oh,
you
no,
used
but
your fake ID.
I was, and we went to an 18 and up night at Splash.
Sweet.
We love Splash. I miss. Oh my God, a moment of silence for Splash. I love that club.
And Sidewalk was there, and I was like, oh, dope. So he had that party, and I would go often with my friends, and we would have a great time. And when I was ready to put my music, I messaged them and I'm like, hey, like I got this EP out.
Sweet.
And
he did.
Yeah, he helped me put it together. Actually, they moved it to XL.
Okay.
Oh, that was John Blair's club.
R.I.P. all these places.
This is so great.
And
no, but that was a great opportunity.
Yeah, I got on stage and they put huge X marks on my hand.
Sweet.
And I was like, absolutely not. So I decided to take time from 19 to 21 to work and invest in my music.
There you
Smart.
go.
So instead of going to college, because I was never a college or like a school,
A classroom
person,
type of person.
yeah, not then. I'm thinking about it now, but that's because I'm
You're
in a-
probably ready.
Well,
you're
you're in a
ready for
different-
it.
right,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Right, you're in
that's
a different
another
place
thing.
now.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
People don't understand that is so. That's a whole nother conversation.
But they don't give people a chance to
No.
do that.
Right,
You're really
exactly.
forced. But thank God you discovered your own brilliance early on, and it is brilliance.
I
I've
had
seen
to
you. What you
hustle.
do is brilliance.
Right. And see, one thing that I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you on so many levels.
Yeah,
You have no
really.
idea. This is my little baby boy here. But the drag community had just kind of taken over the New York City nightlife, which was fabulous. And in walks Jayse, who is very much himself. You have your own
Style, completely
presentation.
styled.
You have
Yeah.
your own music.
Yep.
You step up there and you did it. You walked in. You just walked right in and did yourself. And you were who you were. I love that. I just love that.
And that's honestly how I did it.
I love it. That's what I love.
I literally would
Right.
I would literally just walk into places,
And
find the
then, yeah.
host, and
Yeah,
figure it
right.
out.
Right. This is
Exactly.
who-
I
this
would
is who I
walk
am.
in,
And
find
now-
a DJ, and figure it out. I
And
would
now you
talk to
are
them.
a fixture in New York City community.
Thank
you. I
New York City
appreciate that.
nightlife. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
And beyond
Mhm.
New York City nightlife too, you definitely have your own brand going on there.
Mhm.
Thank
And
you.
I haven't seen anyone that's even like, if I were trying to pigeonhole where you fit, I
Mhm.
can't answer. I'm not a pigeonholing person, by the way, but I can't say your energy. I watch you. You are just energy. The way you move on stage,
Mhm.
the way you perform, your costuming, your sense of you, your style, and you grab that moment and you make every freaking moment work. And you move in nanoseconds. I mean, that's something that you're
Mhm.
blessed with, the ability to move like that. Let's got to do. I look at you on stage. I'm looking at you in person. Your build, the way you are built for speed, as they say, and it comes through on stage.
Practice makes perfect, I guess.
And you probably practice, yeah.
Because I don't know. That's something that I've also had to. Everything that I am today is sharpened from like
Mhm.
trial and error.
Right.
I've been
How
doing
else,
That,
right?
That's life.
The
Uh-huh.
more I've been doing it, the more I figure ways, and I'm constantly thinking. I'm always thinking. I'm always in my head about things, even when I'm out. So
Mhm.
it's very interesting. But I want to make sure I'm always on my P's and my Q's when I
Yeah.
got it, because
Mhm.
you never know when you don't. You never know.
Mhm.
Well, you never know. Now,
And when you're on stage in those heels, the only
Yeah.
thing that's
God
going on
bless
through
you.
your head is do not
Not
fall,
fall.
bitch. You gonna look stupid. Don't look stupid. You don't want to look stupid, right? That's me.
Well, and you never do. You always look
Yeah.
fabulous.
and you know what? We should show the video now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Absolutely.
I love Jayse Vegas
Yes.
on stage.
Now listen, as an independent queer artist, I know that original music is not easy to put out or perform. But this next performer makes it look easy. So please welcome 4-time Glam Award winner for Best Male Performer and Best Video, also nominated tonight for Best Vocalist and Male Performer, NYC's very own Jayse
Oh, that's
Vegas!
Unmute. I had to unmute it. That was us.
no.
Yeah, conversations lately have left me feeling kinda crazy. So many views and attitudes, even when I'm alone. I've been told I can change things, inside or around me, but no one's ever told me how far I'd have to go. When the sun goes down, when the sounds ain't loud, when it's just you, the moon, and your thoughts, when you're lying down, You'll find out who you are. It's in the dark. It's in the dark. It's in the dark. That's when the fun starts. A thrill to find the light. Reasons to stay alive. It's in the dark. It's in the dark. Dreams lately have me lost in reality. Even the lucid things, I'm not sure what to believe. Flashbacks of what used to be, visions of what's ahead of me. I've always known how far I'd have to go. When the sun goes down, when the sun's ain't loud, when it's just you, the moon, and your thoughts. When the lights are down, when no one's around, it's in the dark. What's up, Glamours? My name is Jayse Vegas. This song is called In the Dark. Give it up for my dancers. Fucking beautiful. I'm feeling low on the ground.
Sometimes you can't see the light because of your common light. Sometimes we are all. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Open your eyes.
When the sun goes down, when the sounds ain't loud, when it's just you and the moon and your thoughts, it's in the dark. You'll find out who you are. It's in the dark. It's in the dark. No one's ever told me how far I have to go. It's in the dark. It's no one's ever told me.
For Jayse Vegas!
Wow.
Jayse Vegas. Shout out to Boy Package.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God. This was
That's
this
fabulous.
past Glam Awards was you opened the show, didn't you?
No,
Or no?
I was somewhere in there.
Oh, okay.
There's somewhere,
But
yeah.
I guess when I first got there, because I saw your rehearsal for this,
Mm.
that's why I was thinking at the early. But yes, that was at this last January 2023
Yeah.
at the
That's
Glam
how
Awards.
we kicked off the year.
Yeah. What a
Yes,
great way to
absolutely.
kick off
And
the
like
year.
Wendy was saying, you're just prancing around in those
Those
white shoes,
high
those
white
heels, and-
shoes.
Damn.
They're so sparkly. They're not comfortable though. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't need to tell me that. I'm like, would never put that on my foot. Forget it. Rather be barefoot.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
that particular number that was at the Glam Awards at Sony Hall here in New York City. Choreographer and the dancers and the outfits.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the choreographer was Daniel Gold.
Mm-hmm.
He hooked us up with all of the arrangement and choreography for it.
That was
Sorry.
fierce.
How did you meet him?
We met through nightlife,
Okay.
and we had been on social media back and forth for a little while. And then when the Glam Awards came around, they were working for the Glam Awards, and it was perfect timing.
It's great.
Mhm.
I had finished this song in the dark, and it's about like mental health and
Mhm.
like suicide prevention, because it's really like where it came from. And I was just like, hey, I really want to promote, not promote,
Absolutely.
but I really want to perform this song.
Mm-hmm.
And they really brought it to life for me. And Boy Package brought all of the pieces together.
That was the costuming.
Yeah.
All the
Mhm.
costuming.
I love the name
Oh, I love that.
Boy Package.
Yeah.
And Boy Package and I have been working together for a couple of years now. Awesome undergarment, lingerie, harness, even looks. They're a fashion brand, honey.
They are a
Well,
fashion brand.
now Boy Package. So they did all of the costuming. Did you get to keep the costumes, or did you have to give them back?
They got them back.
Damn.
But
I knew that was going to be the answer.
But we were able to use them whenever we had to, and
Sweet.
also there were other pieces made that like I got to use for the song at different events. So it was really
every time you do the song.
Yeah.
right. So it was
Perfect.
like I got to perform at OTA at $3 Bill. So I had a piece that was very similar to that look. And then we had another event at $3 Bill, and I had another arm piece that was very similar to that look. So Boy Package really just ate it up.
Love it.
Well, but you're
Now-
promoting them every time you go out there with
Yeah,
their stuff on. It's
absolutely.
like it's a collaboration.
Yeah.
Well, now you mentioned some clubs out in Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is
$3 Bill,
happening.
yeah.
Brooklyn is kicking ass.
Yeah.
So do you do a lot of shows out in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn has been kicking ass. I think it's been kicking ass for a couple of years.
Yes,
now.
it has. Yes, it has.
Low-key, it's always been kicking ass. It's just people move from places because now there are some Brooklyn people in Manhattan and Manhattan people in Brooklyn. So like, what is Brooklyn and West Manhattan?
Fluid. That's
Right.
fluid. That's absolutely
At this
fluid,
point.
right?
But I mean, $3 Bill has been very significant
They're
in
great.
my story too. They've allowed me to perform, and I've had two separate monthlies.
Oh,
and
sweet.
we try to start like a weekly right before the pandemic happened. So they're very supportive of me. They're very supportive of my like what we bring as a production.
Right.
And I think they're like that with a lot of people, which is why they get the success.
I want to give a shout out to them. They're doing Kobe Cole's Madonna
That's dope.
in August.
That's dope.
Yeah, and I forgot what the date is.
Yeah, and I saw Kobe
Kobe.
left a message
But,
too. We'll get to in just a minute.
But people love that venue. So yeah, we give a shout out to $3 Bills. It's great.
Shout out. I do. And then I have a bi-weekly at Macri Park. It's Torch. I'm there with Danielle Cardona and Rose Gold. And that's another queer artist show.
Sweet.
Every second and fourth Friday.
Wow.
What do you mean queer artist show? Is that do you feature different artists?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's great. So you don't just perform, you also help other artists, give them some exposure.
Yeah.
In your shows. That's wonderful.
That's where my gigs are. That's what my gigs are all about. Actually, I don't really do gigs to promote. Like some people do shows for themselves, and then you'll get like an hour set from them. But I'm like, so like my show at Rebarb is House Party, and we're there we were there every first and third Thursday, but we just moved to first and third Sundays. We're actually starting this Sunday.
Okay.
When you could have
and
been
that's at
going to
Rebarb.
church.
Well,
Well, you
now
are
we
you're at
is his
Rebarb.
church. We're going to church.
Rebar is his church.
We're taking House Party to church. Yeah, we're gonna start an open set segment.
Open set.
Sweet.
So people will be able to come sign up for us. Yeah, I'm like, I want to create more opportunities, and I've always wanted to create the opportunities that I didn't have for other artists, because they, one, help, and two, they're necessary. There's a lot of us, and there's a lot of talent that goes overlooked, and there's a lot of queer people that don't get the opportunities to do certain things. You go out to these regular hetero venues, and you'll see open mic nights there. You'll see open sets, welcome to everything, but they're not really open to everything.
Yeah, right. They're open to their friends.
Right. They're open to what they're used to.
And a lot of them are not, I got to tell you, they're not interesting. When I've gone to them, I don't enjoy them.
You heard it. I said hetero.
Right, yeah. Why is this boring person on that stage?
No, but everybody deserves their moment in this.
I agree.
In the spotlight.
Yeah.
But now I don't even remember when we first met. It's been years. But one person I always remember that's always kind of satellite around is Robert.
My
Robert
best
Garcia.
friend.
So Robert Garcia just had a billboard.
Yes.
Okay, shout out to Robert. So
yes.
Robert Garcia, I love you. I've tried to get you on this show
I
many
love
times.
Robert.
I've contacted you through Instagram.
And also
Everything but a
and
carrier
also-
pigeon.
Oh, honey,
And-
I'll talk to Robert. I love Robert.
You
Oh,
did,
good
and
buddy.
we still
Oh,
were.
okay.
So, but Robert, we love you. congratulations on the Billboard. That was
Absolutely.
huge.
And also on,
Yeah.
on wasn't it HBO?
We were on MTV.
MTV,
MTV,
that's
right.
what it was. I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Tell us
and
about
Robert
that.
is absolutely brilliant.
Robert,
I love
is
that you.
fucking
Robert is
genius.
fierce. Yeah.
Robert is literally inspiration. Like, that's my best friend. That is my
I love
sister.
that.
Mhm.
That is my ride or die. We have been through so much together, and we see each other so like we see each other in ways that like it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
So like
uh-huh.
like once we started working together, it was literally like, all right, like I'm not going anywhere, right? And she was like, well, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
And it's literally
Like-
been like come on, sis, like we're hiking up this mountain together and just helping each other because it's just
Dragon.
literally.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Literally.
remember one time I was organizing it was a pride event for the fire department and
The fire
and
department.
and the police department
Yeah.
together. And I was like, I had to book both of you.
That had to be
Because you were
amazing
like,
event, right.
you were kind
Like
of,
twins.
you're always kind of like a package deal.
We are, and we're okay with it too. Book us,
Yeah. But
Book us.
both of them.
yeah, book us. We're okay with
Mhm.
it.
Robert Garcia sang here at PANGEA one night in
Yeah.
Colby Cole's
I
show.
came that night,
And you
Yeah.
were here that
Oh,
night.
that's right.
And I knew Robert from the makeup. I didn't know Robert could
Mhm.
sing.
Mm.
Another one, like
Yeah.
gorgeous makeup, sings. I mean, the talent is unbelievable. And to see him get that Billboard, you're right. We
Mhm.
all have to pull
It's
each other
so
along.
good.
Yeah.
Now tell
and,
us about.
and they were on the train. It wasn't just the Billboard.
Yeah.
They were on the train.
On the train, right.
Yeah.
Right, sitting on the
And
train.
at the same time, they was in Sephora. They have like a
Sephora,
Sephora
right.
campaign.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my best friend.
I love this.
Yeah, Robert
I was
Garcia.
so happy and so proud of them.
Uh,
Oh my God.
yeah, we started off with Meet Me on the Moon, and that's how we started at shows. We went on a little mini tour throughout the bars in the
Mhm.
city.
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
And
remember.
then I had a weekly show with DJ J Clef, and we
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. I,
remember
love
that.
Jay Clef.
yes,
He did my
Uh-huh.
birthday. I
yes.
love him.
You see,
He's-
only legends.
yeah.
But yeah, we worked together, and like literally we just hit it off, and like that's my best friend. And
Wow.
So
we
tell-
were on MTV.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Tell us about
I
MTV.
want to hear about MTV.
So we were on MTV's Help I'm in a Secret Relationship. And Robert and Lynn Brooks, whose name is Chris, have a situation.
Mhm.
a
A
situation.
situation. And I'm brought in and interrogated
Yeah.
by hosts. And I spill all the tea.
You said you were doing this.
Well, you would
the
be the
It
one
was
that
like,
knew all the
no,
tea.
it was by accident though. It was like, let's just say there was a cup here and I was talking with my hand
Yeah.
and then bam, it just
Bam.
fell all over
Spilled.
the table and it really wasn't my fault.
He spilled the tea.
But yeah,
Somebody's got to do it. What can I say?
help I'm in a secret relationship.
Oh damn! I should have thought to tell you to send that video too because it would have been fun to play that.
I
clip,
should
right?
have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that way
yes.
that really.
Well,
would have been
anyway,
fun,
people can
yes.
Season
find that
2.
online,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, MTV.com, Hulu,
Yes.
Apple TV.
When did you shoot that?
This year.
It was this year.
Yeah.
Earlier,
Mhm.
earlier this year. Great. Yeah, people can definitely find it.
So what do you have coming up? You've got Sunday, but do you have?
Wait, actually, I want to give the Stonewall a shout out.
Oh,
because-
yes.
Sorry.
That's
no,
fine.
No,
Sorry.
we love Stonewall.
You just made
Yeah.
like it just clicked. Like so
Yes.
they shot like I was getting ready for a gig at the Stonewall
Mm-hmm.
and they came to visit me while I was getting ready for this gig. And I just the Stonewall let us shoot there.
Right.
That is such first of all, I was on MTV. And
Yeah.
then second of all, I was on MTV at the Stonewall.
At Stonewall.
I love
Like,
it.
Absolutely.
That was they were like, okay, where could we meet you? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, if I need to give any place this spot, if I need to be
Mhm.
anywhere, it
Mhm.
has to be at the Stonewall.
Right.
Yes.
And it worked out because they do give Stonewall their little shout out right before they
Sweet.
come to see me.
Fabulous.
And like that means so much. Like just to be on MTV, like I think back and I think about what it would have been like to see me and my friends in this way.
Mhm. Right.
What that
right.
would have done. And in these places, like who knows who's watching that for the first time? And this is the first time they've ever seen an
Mhm.
androgynous performer like Robert, a
Mhm.
drag queen like Chris Lynn Brooks,
Right.
or like or me at the Stonewall, like,
Right.
or what the freaking Stonewall is, because a lot of people are very uneducated.
And that's
Yeah,
right,
yeah. No,
right.
you're right.
So
And
shout out
that's-
to the Stonewall for letting us do that.
Yeah.
Well, and that's one
absolutely.
thing with Stonewall that I love is they're very open and very cooperative with things like that.
They're the
I've
definition
shot
of
music
community.
video. I've shot music
Yeah, they
videos
do.
there.
They're
I've
very
shot-
supportive.
Their doors are open to
Yeah.
us, and they're just absolutely
They
wonderful.
do live
We
up to
love
their
Stonewall.
legend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Love Stonewall.
Well, we have all these
but
comments on here too.
What's coming up? You've got
Yeah,
Sunday night.
that's what we
and-
were up to. What's coming up?
Oh, so starting this Sunday, July 2nd, and every first and third
Mm-hmm.
Sunday moving forward, we are at Rebar
Yay!
for House.
Franco DeLucio's
Yes,
place.
yes.
Hi,
I
Franco.
love Franco.
And little
Franco.
Cosmo. His
And
little
And
Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Oh, little Cosmo, the fur baby.
Yeah, I've got to work a lot with Franco in the last year and a half at our
Did.
party, and
Mhm.
I think he's such an incredible person.
Oh,
Yeah,
he is.
really
An
great.
amazing man, and like I've never felt support like the way I do from Rebar.
Mhm.
That's
and I know
fabulous.
I just said this about, but
So,
every bar,
but
every place
no,
gives me
it's-
something different.
Right,
Yeah.
But
right.
it's like I've been there every first and third Thursday for over a year and a half, and like that, there's just so much love that
Mhm.
comes with. There's so much
Mhm.
acceptance that comes with, and I'm very grateful to Rebar. I'm very grateful to Franco, and I'm really excited for this change, because we were onto something, but I feel like now we're onto we're gonna strike gold.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
It's hot.
yeah,
It's hot.
Uh-huh.
my nights were devoted to queer artists, so I would book one or two queer artists to come promote their music and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Now that we're moving to Sunday nights, I felt like it needed to do something different
Mhm.
than what we were doing on a Thursday night. So I thought, why not do open sets? So this way we could bring in other queer artists.
Nice.
And I don't want to just so we have guests this week,
Yeah.
Chauncey and Van.
Oh, you had Chauncey and
Chauncey,
Van
yeah.
extra. Yeah, and they have a
Chauncey
new.
used to be our producer on the show.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And I
yeah,
also have
and it's
Titania
different.
Faze.
Oh, Satania's one of my
Yeah.
best
You have like
friends.
two of our
Love her.
crew that's coming,
I-
and it's
yeah,
what this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Oh, damn, I'm not
Satania and I do a lot of stuff
Yeah.
together.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
I wanted to make sure that
Oh,
because
I
this is our
love
first
that.
open mic, that it made sense with this is the talent that we're looking for. A
Right,
broad
right.
spectrum.
Yeah,
of
they're
talent.
great.
You could literally be any of us right now.
Yeah.
Come perform on our stage.
I love that.
And that's gonna start at 8 p.m. at Rebar.
Fabulous.
Well,
Well,
It's
if you'd
Sunday.
like, I mean, I would be open to
Sundays.
coming and doing a little set
Please.
sometime.
Absolutely.
too.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
To help you out. That would be fine.
Please.
So
Yeah.
this will be what, every other Sunday, you said?
First and third Sunday.
First and third Sunday of the
Mhm.
month. My God, we need a calendar that's got everything on
Yeah.
it, right? Oh wait, we have Jim Silvestri.
but-
God, we
and
would be
also-
lost without him. With Odyssey, he puts all this
Oh,
on the
Odyssey,
Yeah,
yes,
thank you,
You
Jim.
know
absolutely.
what? We're actually gonna take it further back there and give Jim the flowers that they deserve, because if it wasn't for Jim, I
Thank you.
probably wouldn't have House Party,
Mhm.
because Jim set me up. I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to talk about.
No,
If
you
I'm
No,
can.
allowed
as
It's
to.
much as you
fine.
want.
We
But whatever,
love Jim.
because it was a hookup. Like it
Right.
really was. He was like, "Hey, listen, I can't take this night, but we were gonna work like
Oh, wow.
we were. Jim and
Uh-huh.
I were doing. I think it was also a bi-weekly before the pandemic, and
Okay.
then it stopped. It was called Thought Mess.
Oh, okay.
Then it stopped.
THOT.
Yeah.
Because everything's a thought.
And I think he was trying to bring it back, but he couldn't. So he
Mm.
ended up just like connecting me with like Franco in
Oh,
that
very
way.
nice.
And the way things just aligned and happened, like shout out to Jim.
Uh-huh.
Jim has always been supportive. They
Yeah,
were
he's
always
great-
down for
great
the get down.
person.
And like in an environment where it is drag and it is
Right.
DJs.
Right. Yes.
As it should be though, as it should be. I'm not saying like
Oh, yeah.
as
Not
it
to
should
take
be.
anything away from
As
that.
it
Yeah.
should be, but when there are people who see past that and see you, it's like,
Mhm.
oh fuck yeah, like
Yeah.
thank you. So
Yeah.
shout out to Jim.
Shout
Absolutely.
out to Jim.
Now
There's
your
a lot of
EP.
shout outs.
Your EP. You've got an EP coming out soon.
I don't want to say.
Oh, sorry.
soon.
It's okay.
I spilled the
Spill the
tea.
You big tea
I
spiller.
got the tea and I
Tim
spilled
Moss,
it.
you big
Anyway,
It's like
how
there was a
about-
cup right here. and
Anyway.
I knocked it all over the laptop.
My God, I'm wet.
Anyway, keep an
No.
ear out.
I do have
How
a
can
remix
people-
coming out.
A
It's the
remix.
A remix, right.
Well,
And
how can go ahead?
they can follow me on all streaming platforms.
There we go.
Jayse Vegas on Instagram. Jayse Vegas on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube.
Yeah, you're everywhere.
YouTube. Right after this video, right after you like and subscribe to this page,
Yep.
you're gonna go type in Jayse Vegas in that search bar up there, and then you're gonna go and like and subscribe to my stuff too.
Fabulous.
There you go.
Fabulous.
Love that.
Oh,
Well, now
comments.
let's do some
Yes.
comments
Okay, I'm putting my
here.
glasses on.
I'm trying to. I hope I.
Okay.
Nick Lyon.
Nick Lyon. Hi, Nick. Hi, guys. Have a great show.
Okay.
Nick could hear us loud and clear. That's great. Suze
Oh, okay. Suze
is
Suze is a designer. She designs
fabulous.
a lot of,
And
you
she's
know Ika Belli.
yeah, she
And
does
she does a lot of his costumes. Yeah.
so fabulous. Aris, who
And-
we love and adore. Hearts to Jayse. Aris is
Yes.
coming on next week.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about something else, but yeah,
ahead.
Aris, you
We
can. You're
love
fine.
Aris.
Nick again. Jayse is truly an authentic and original artist. Bravo.
Absolutely.
And Nick
Oh, thank
knows.
you.
Karina.
She's a friend of mine from Austin, Texas.
Okay. Oh my God. I finally caught a live one. Howdy from Austin, Texas. I hear you guys are getting high temperatures there.
Yes, be
Keep
safe.
your air conditioner on. Kobe
Absolutely.
Cole. Love what he said about being non-binary.
Yes, I
Of
did too.
course.
That was
and
great.
and Suze again, awesome. Thank you, dolls, and thank you, Suze. Suze is great. She tunes in
Yes.
all the time.
Yes. So everybody loves Jayse Vegas.
Everybody loves Jay. Everybody.
And
loves
if
Jay.
they don't,
the hell
still
with them.
do.
Yeah.
I love it. You're funny. If they don't, they still do. I'm like the hell
you
with
can't,
them.
you can't hate something if you don't love it first.
Yeah.
Yes,
there
that's
you
true.
go.
That-
There you absolutely go. I know during the pandemic you put out how many videos?
Hmm.
I put out 6 music videos.
That's a
Wow,
lot.
That's impressive.
That was-
7.
That's how you kept
Mhm.
yourself relevant and going.
That's how I kept myself alive.
Insane.
Insane.
Right.
Yeah.
And relevant and going.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But
No,
then
that's really
I kept
impressive.
myself alive. I did the pandemic really. I'm crazy. I kind of threw myself out here, and I was just working and living off of gig. So when the
Mhm.
pandemic stopped, there
Oh,
was
that was-
nothing
oh
to
my God.
fall back on.
Same
Right.
for me.
Luckily, I had picked
Yeah.
up this data entry gig, so I got some unemployment, but
Cool.
it really
Good.
wasn't enough. I had to sell merchandise.
Mhm.
I had to start an own.
Had to do what you had to do.
OnlyFans. Like there are things I had to have gotten done because.
Hmm.
But the worst thing that could have happened was taking away my performance.
Right. That live performing.
Because I was doing it sometimes 3-4 times a week.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
You realize that that's therapy.
Absolutely.
That is-
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna go and talk to somebody about my problems. I'm gonna get it off my chest
On the
physically.
stage.
Mhm.
On the
Yeah,
stage.
through
Yeah.
my music. So when
Well, and again, there's nothing like that live.
Yeah, we
the
talk about
audience
that a lot.
response and the applause and all of that right there. Oh my God.
I don't know, because I've performed to nobody. Like I've performed that sometimes
Mhm.
like the gig would be just me and the bartender, and it's just that feel. It's energy. There's energy
Mhm.
built
Yep.
up that you just have to release.
And thank you
Mhm.
for saying that, because a lot of people don't know that. Okay. There have been shows I've been at that have had 4 people at them, and that performer on that stage treats those 4 people like there were 400.
Yeah.
And that's what
Exactly.
people need to
Absolutely.
understand
Yeah, no,
I
about.
agree.
You're right. You know,
There's-
sometimes it's a couple of people out there and you still turn it out
There's-
because it's what you do.
Yeah, that you never
Yeah.
turn down practice.
Right.
Yeah, right.
No, that-
You
that's
never.
Absolutely.
exactly
And
how
also,
I feel.
like, you don't know who's watching, and even
Absolutely.
if it's
You don't
changing,
know who one of those 4 people are.
even if
Right.
it's
Mhm.
changing one person's perception
Thank
or making
you.
them feel better.
God, you have a great
That's
outlook.
it. That's what you're supposed to be
Right.
doing.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, the intentions are very powerful. Intentions
Yep.
give you your longevity, and intentions give that. And as long as they're pure and they're set in those directions of helping other people, that's what my music is. That's what my performance is.
Got
that's
it.
what it's to help me, but also help other people.
Right.
Mhm.
Mostly help other people, because if I can help other people, then that means it's helping myself. 'Cause I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't got to worry about your ass no more. I can worry about
You are very, very, very evolved. I'm like, well,
Absolutely, for
listening to
your
what you're
age.
saying,
For your age of
and
21.
I
was it?
know that you know
Thank you.
that you did. The video is in the music is in the dark. What's it called again?
In the dark.
In the
Mhm.
dark.
Yeah.
Your awareness of suicide in our community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean,
The numbers are staggering. The numbers of people that are depressed,
I was just going
Are
to say
s-
the depression, the
are
anxiety
staggering.
in the artistic community.
right?
And then you add the LGBT element on top.
Thank
and
you.
it's-
And I
Yeah.
single-handedly, not only the way the pandemic was handled, but are we in post-pandemic? I don't know. COVID it's still there. I don't know where we are, but there's nothing. You don't see a billboard out there. Are you struggling? Are you this? Are you that? Where they have legitimate, and I mean legitimate, not some number that takes you to a recording, legitimate numbers that people can call. There's nothing warm and fuzzy.
I mean, I just feel like people don't talk about it enough.
They don't.
Right.
We do here.
Because some people don't want to talk about it, but as long as
It's
they
reality.
see somebody else
Thank
going
you.
through it and feel like that song doesn't come because I saw people. It comes because I was there. I was in the dark. It was
Right.
very scary.
Right. It was you.
Like, and this was not more than like this has happened more than once. I've contemplated taking my life more than once, as from a child, as a teenager, as an adult, like very recently. And it was just like, okay, like every time I'm in these positions, only one thing happens: I get better.
Right.
I get stronger. I find something about myself I didn't know I had, or blah blah blah. I never know what's gonna happen if I stay in the dark because I never do it.
You never do,
Mhm.
but there are people that do stay in the dark,
Absolutely.
and you know that.
Absolutely.
They
And
are.
thank you
They
for
get-
being, aware of it.
But it's a contemplation, and it goes there. Sometimes it's really like, okay, like it's that real, but people don't want to seem weak, or people don't want to seem vulnerable, or people just don't want to tell the truth.
They don't want to tell the truth because, especially in the performance world, you've got to be fabulous all the time.
Well, how do you
have to
think
be-
I'm fabulous? I think I'm fabulous
Right.
because I also think that sometimes I shouldn't be here.
Right, right.
So if
'Cause
I'm
you
gonna
bleed.
fucking be here, then I'm gonna be fabulous.
But also somewhat for someone who was in the dark, because sometimes people get comfortable in the dark. And but
Yeah,
if they're in the dark
definitely
and
there.
they hear a song like that, that might help them to
Right.
get out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Help to bring them out of the darkness. So you keep writing what you know.
Yeah,
That's it.
Writing
or in what
that's-
you
that-
feel and who
that
you
is the
are.
sign of a true artist, is
Absolutely.
writing.
My music is very mental, very
Mhm.
conversations I've had with myself,
Mhm.
conversations I've had with other people. It's
And
never
they're very honest.
It's
Yeah.
never I don't like that lovey-dovey shit. I don't like the materialistic things. I like
No, it doesn't speak to you.
It might sound like, and I love metaphors. So if you hear a song that it thinks I'm talking about falling in love with somebody else, it's actually just falling in love with myself. And,
Love it.
like being
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh my God! Now you'd see why we love Jayse
Intense.
Vegas so much.
So fabulous.
So
Well-
tell everybody again how they can find you, and find out more about the
Yeah,
music.
Instagram. You can give your Instagram and
Jayse Vegas, Jayse Vegas. The best way is Google. But yeah, Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm trying to do some like new styling things. I'm trying to go into the fashion world a little bit as well.
Oh, how fabulous!
Good.
Yes, 'cause I
Yes.
want to
Oh, that'd be
model.
perfect.
I
Yes.
I don't know if you could see, but I did a campaign for Pandora Jewelry.
Get out!
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. This is
It's like a
super
Keith
pretty.
Haring collaboration.
Nice.
But ever since I got that, I'm like, yeah, girl, what's next? I feel like this and MTV has allowed me to see myself in TV, and I've never seen that. I've never seen representation of who I am, and now to be given those opportunities, I feel like kind
There
of
you go.
unstoppable.
Well, I just
Yeah.
want to tell you. I just want to tell you.
Nothing's stopping
I
you.
just want to say there's going to be a lot more of
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
A
It's all
lot
ahead
more
of
of
you.
those ahead. Yep.
I
You
hope
just
so.
keep being Jayse Vegas
Yeah.
because it works for you.
Thanks, thanks, y'all. I really
All day long.
appreciate y'all for having me and for
Of course.
saying everything you're saying. Like what y'all are saying to me, like I'm taking it, and like I really do appreciate it because like y'all have seen shit.
Oh my God!
Like, y'all have
Oh,
seen
honey.
Like,
Yeah.
Tim and I
You have
no
don't
idea.
believe the shit that
Y'all
we're seeing.
have seen, and
That's
I know
right.
it because I've seen shit, and I've only been around for as long as I've been around. So like, I'm like, y'all like to see y'all giving me my flowers means a lot because like I just try. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm just really
You're
out here
doing
trying to-
you. You are
doing
doing
me.
you.
I'm trying to make
That's
my
all
dreams
we
happen so that I could show other little Latin boys from the project like, yo, you could do
Right.
it too.
Exactly.
And it does become very overwhelming when you're unapologetic sometimes. So I
Yes,
appreciate
yes,
it.
yes.
And a lot of people like to nitpick, and a lot of people will try to throw things at me, and I'll have to be like, woo.
Well, those are usually their insecurities. that
That's
they're
exactly
throwing out.
right.
And that's why they're there where they're at. And
Right.
we're here.
Yeah.
And then there's the people that are going to give you all the roses, and that's what Tim and I are
Mhm.
at. And we surround ourselves. With
And I
people
believe
like
y'all will
that.
give me both too.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
Well,
I do.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Thank you,
Oh,
love.
I just
The
absolutely
best.
love and adore Mr.
I wish I
Jayse
could be
Vegas
Sunday
right
night, but I'm
here.
going to try and make the It's every other Sunday. But my faves are going to be there this Sunday.
Well, maybe they'll come back because it's an open
When
set.
yeah, that would be great if they
Open
could do that.
thing.
So you're looking for people for the open set.
Oh, I'm
too,
looking
right?
for everyone.
You know, lots
If
of
you
performers.
sing, if you rap, if you have poetry, if you're a comedian, if you played a fucking flute, violin, kazoo,
Performance
The
artist.
kazoo, my specialty.
right? Listen, I want to. If you could burp the alphabet, no, I don't know.
There's somebody
Bring
out
up
there that can
production,
right.
but
If
yeah,
you
no, we're-
are a performing artist,
Yes,
Yeah.
artiste.
come
Yeah, you can
through.
come.
Be a, like this is an opportunity, so don't miss it.
And that is a personal invitation from Jayse Vegas. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
everybody.
Love it.
Bye-bye.
It was fun. Bye, y'all.